everyone, this is Ellie Eastman. I'm coming to you about the Rock and Crystal Corner at Cariad Angel. Last week I was very under the weather, so I did not bring you a segment. Sorry about that, but everybody must take some time off sometimes. This week is how to pick a crystal. It's a very confusing subject because rocks and crystals exist everywhere. Now, not all crystals are rocks, but all rocks, no, it's the other way around. All crystals are rocks, but not all rocks are crystals. And it has to do with the scientific based genetic structure of the crystal, what makes a crystal crystal. And in ancient Greek, the word crystal is based on the word ice. So most crystals, by definition, will be translucent. The definition has evolved over time so that we know more about them. It is based on the crystalline structure. So, the crystalline structure is based on how they grow and form. That being said, many crystals are used in jewelry. Many crystals are sold in crystal shops and are different from your everyday stones that you might find in your walks. Nature walks, gardens, things of that area. Now, the reason why I bring in stones and rocks together is that I feel that the energy is similar. Rocks, like everyday rocks or things you find in nature, are good at grounding. They're connected to the earth element, and for earth signs, they are especially helpful, or they connect with earth elementals such as fairies. And so that can really make your garden grow, help your plants. But crystals are a different nature, but they also can help your garden grow or bring fairies into your garden that weren't there before, especially if you put them in trees to sparkle and add a little bit of glitter to your garden. So therefore, I put them together because they work in harmony together. In feng shui, crystals are actually not part of the earth element, but the metal element. The metal element being something that can be forged under heat. So that is why they are there. And I think that's an interesting aspect of the crystal structure, is that it's forged by the earth itself. Sometimes volcanically, sometimes just being in the heat of the earth and the earth's crust. Crystals, like ice, can be clear, or many crystals can be opaque, like this sodalite. Last week I said this was, yes, yellow citrine, but it is not. This is a honey calcite. Calcite can come in a variety of colors, such as green, yellow, or honey. It can come in orange. There are so many varieties of calcite, including blue calcite, which can often be sold as another stone. So you want to be careful about the vendor you buy from. You can buy online, but that can be a little bit questionable. I like to go to a rock shop or a gem crystal shop so that I can feel the energy of the rocks I am buying and the crystals I am buying. You can ask questions, and if you're not comfortable with the answers, you can say, I'll think about that and maybe buy it somewhere else, or maybe not buy it at all. Online, if you know what you're looking for and you trust the seller, then I would say that's okay. Or if they're selling it for a very high price and you're not comfortable with that, I would say don't buy it. You have to go with your instinct, because rocks and crystals are part of nature and they have to resonate with you and your energy. I have a bunch of crystals here. This is my yellow section. I like to keep them in clear, so when I go to charge them to get them more energy, they can absorb the energy of the sun. I put them on a windowsill or maybe on a porch, and then they can get that sun energy right inside. Now you're saying, why would you charge a crystal? Crystals give their energy to you, and after a while they get a little bit less bright and sunshiny. Some crystals don't need as much energy and can be charged by the moon, such as selenite. You can see my selenite is very well charged up here. Look how shiny it is. That is its own natural energy shining through. This is the one I call my unicorn horn because to me it looks like a unicorn horn. It's carved, somebody carved it, but it is a beautiful piece of selenite. It gets its energy from the moon, so I like to put it in the window at a full moon and it gets charged up with energy. It can clear the energy of other crystals. Here is a blue calcite. Can you see that? I think we showed this little guy last time, and you were able to see how different it is from its friend and cousin, the brown calcite that looks kind of like a seashell. Now, here is something that I think is quite beautiful. It's called opalite. And in the light, you can kind of see the opalescence coming through. This is not a crystal. This is a man-made piece of glass using opal dust. It's very pretty. It can look really nice sitting on a desk. You can get some energy from the opal dust, but for the most part, this is just for prettiness. Don't let someone tell you that it was mined. It is not an opal. We have here a piece of jet. That is about as dark as you can get. You cannot see through it. Jet is a very special stone and used often in jewelry. Black stones especially, many people find them hard to work with because they absorb energy, like the color black itself. They absorb energy, they absorb negativity. If you're having a very negative situation or you're feeling very down, black stones especially can be very helpful. Here is a black tourmaline. Can you see that? Got little like striations in there. I'm not sure it's showing up so much on camera, but that absorbs energy and can be very helpful. Another one I love to use when I'm going through some negative time is hematite. This is a great piece because this one here is a regular nice little piece of hematite. Hematite's not very expensive, but there are magnetic hematites out there on the market. Hematite is not naturally magnetic. That is a man-made material that looks like hematite but is not hematite. You want to be careful when you're buying your stones to know this is real, this is man-made. Many of the stones that are man-made are less expensive and will be, if from an unscrupulous dealer, will not have questions answered about it, the origin of where it came from. It'll claim many things that are just not true of stones. Here is something I got recently, which I really like. It's a white aventurine. Aventurine comes in a variety of colors, including green being the most common. Aventurine is very good for luck, clearing negativity. You'll notice many stones help clear negativity. They help clear negativity, increase positivity. They help with a variety of ailments. There are many books on the market that can tell you what your stone can do for you. The best book I have bought so far, and there are many out there, and there are some wonderful ones out there. The one I find the best, if you're really going to become passionate about your stones, is this one from Melody. She doesn't have a last name, just Melody, and it's called Love is in the Earth. And it's a little bit older now, but she has written updated versions and supplements, and those will give you, it's like the Bible of crystal collecting. You start with that if you're going to become very passionate. If you're not that passionate or you want something a little smaller, there are apps that you can get for your phones, your smartphones, Android or iPhones. And there are some really wonderful ones out there. I would suggest going to whichever store you have and just looking at them and downloading an app that you like. Try a free one first and see if you like it, and then if it has a buy component, then buy it. And in the future episodes, we'll talk about which stones are good for what issues. To pick out your stone specifically, look at it. Does it appeal to you? Say, I really like this stone. This one really resonates with me. This one's really kind of pretty, or this one really feels right. If you can't get into that feel, hold it in your hand like this. You see that? Near your third finger. That's where your blood vessels are real close to the top there. Hold it there. See if you can feel your blood pumping. And then if it starts, like you could start feeling your blood pumping, that means it's resonating with you. That means it says, yes, this is it. Some people have an even greater affinity with their stones, and they can almost feel like the stone is talking to them, telling them a story of their origin or where they came from. This little stone here, it said, I have to come home with you. And many crystal fans know that feeling. They know when they look at it, they're like, I have to have that stone. And that's when you know that that's it. Or maybe hold the stone and say, that's so beautiful and calming. This one just, if I had that in my pocket, that would just, I could just hold it and it would just be relaxing. This one looks like the sea to me, with a little bit of an island there. I can picture the waves washing over that island. This is an ocean jasper. And this ocean jasper has the power of the ocean inside of it. You might want to wear your stones. This is a piece of jade carved like a beautiful, you can't see the detail on the camera, but it's carved like a lotus. So when I do my meditation, I have my lotus on and I can practice a lovely meditation. I can go and pick out a piece of citrine if I'm having kind of a down day. And see how yellow it is and how bright and shiny it is, and I could say, I need a little sunshine in my life. You carry this in your pocket and you have a sunshine in your pocket. All the stones do different things, but they all want to help you live a more harmonious life. And this is why we work with our crystals. We work with them to make our lives more complete and more harmonious. I hope this has helped you with deciding where to get your stones and how to get your stones. And next time, we'll talk about some of the more specific areas of our lives where we can work with crystals the easiest and the best, and go over crystal grids. That's where you lay out your crystals in a specific pattern to help you with a problem. Bye for now.